Okay, today I will be walking you through our demo and what we accomplished this sprint. Um, we started by focusing on user stories, making sure that our solution improves speed, reliability, and convenience for end users. Alongside this, we integrated third-party tools and services to enhance functionality and streamline workflows. From a design perspective, we were very deliberate on our technology choices. We selected frameworks that balance scalability while also building and reliability through, you know, fault tolerated features. Um, Security was a major priority, so we implemented strong authentication and authorization measures to keep our data safe. Of course, we weighed in the trade-offs between speed, cost, complexity, but this helped us land the most practical solutions. Like any sprint, we face challenges including bugs, shifting requirements. However, through teamwork and quick adjustments, um, we managed to resolve these issues. Yeah, the process gave us very valuable lessons, I would say, that will not only shape our next sprint, but will also help us build more resilient solutions going forward. In conclusion, this demo highlights not only the product improvements that we delivered, but also the collaboration and problem solving that made it possible. Okay. All right. We configured the developmental environment using Fast API um, with Unicorn um, as the web server and supporting uh, liberties for tempting and for data validation. Once the environment uh, was set up, we launched the server local on port 8000, which allowed us to test the application in the browser. Um, this step was crucial because it confirmed that our stack was working correctly and that the application could serve dynamic content connected to our backend. So in this sprint, our focus was getting a working database and demonstrating key features like user creation. From the home page, a user can enter an email and the service creates a new account. Also, we did report creation. Users can submit reports, for example, entering suspicious details. The database stores the input, provides confirmation, uh, showing that the backend um, integration works. Also, we also added a lesson module, which we should see the database with basic awareness lessons. Um, these includes spotting suspicious links, sending spoofing basics, and identifying attachments of malware risk. Um, this demonstration that the app can fetch and display lessons dynamically from the database. Finally, we approached the about page that outlines the purpose of the guard Sprint One focus on, setting up the repo, um, establishing the backend framework, connecting to a working database, sending lessons for awareness training. This gives us a solid foundation to build on in the future sprints, where we uh, expand and improve the user experience. As with any project, there were challenges. We ran into issues with package compatibility. For example, a version mismatch, but we resolved these by pending um, correct versions during installation. We also refrain our workflow for ensuring the server starts correctly and serves consistent results. These lessons will guide us into Sprint 2, I believe. We will continue to build more advanced features. In summary, Sprint 1 successfully delivered a working demo environment, a connected database, and the foundation awareness app. We now have the user creation and report submissions and training lessons uh, functioning end to end, setting us up for bigger enhancements to the next sprint. Thank you.
Okay, so hi. Um, this is my part of the presentation. Actually, hold on. Let me. Um, there we go. Okay, hi. This is my part of the presentation. Basically, we'll just be going over the design, the key design overview, and so yeah. For Sprint 2, we chose Fast API as the backend framework because it's lightweight and Python based and lets us build APIs quickly. We used SQLite, SQLite for now because it's easy to set up uh, during development. Um, but we plan to move to PostgreSQL later for production. On the front end, we kept it simple, which with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so we could focus on functionality before adding complexity. Um, to make the app more scalable, we kept the backend stateless, meaning multiple instances could run if needed. And using a database abstraction makes it easy to swap SQLite for PostgreSQL as the project grows. The design also separates the quiz logic reporting, the quiz logic reporting, and admin dashboard into different endpoints so features don't break with each other, or they don't break each other. I mean, even in this demo, we plan security from the start, and we don't store real personal information, only demo data. Uh, Authentication will be added with tokens, so only admins can access dashboards. For reporting, we sanitize inputs to avoid injection, and we note that HTTPS should always be used in deployment to protect data in transit. The main trade off was speed versus complexity. We chose simple tools like SQLite and plain HTML because they let us deliver working features fast without heavy setup cost. And the trade off is that it's less scalable right now, but we accepted that because the sprint goal was to get a demo running, not a production ready system, but mostly just get it, So, yeah.
Hello, my name is Jadakiss Prince, and initially I tried to access the website independently, but through collaboration, we were able to compare our results and understand why certain approaches work for some while failing for others. In my situation, the issues stem from two main factors: an outdated version of Python and integration issues regarding the appropriate directory. Outdated Python installations can lead to issues, so it's essential to customize the installation as needed, ensuring that pip, the Python launcher, and environment variables are correctly configured, especially when importing other Python files within the project. Another challenge I encountered was trying to import files before navigating to the correct directory where those files have been located, which is different for everyone because it depends on your computer or laptop. And I use PowerShell to execute my commands. Reflecting on our project chapter, we successfully achieved several key objectives, including the development of a basic dashboard, a pre-quiz section, and a reporting feature associated with the quiz. However, as we reviewed our progress, it became clear that there are slight areas for improvement. One noticeable aspect is the user experience. Specifically, we need to enhance the clarity of feedback when an answer has been selected. For instance, maybe the choice could be highlighted once it's hovered over or once it's clicked. While the feedback was apparent from the admin's perspective, um, users taking the quiz may find it less noticeable, which could lead to confusion or even frustration. The interactivity of the dashboard was another highlight, particularly the incorporation of home, admin, and privacy tabs, which provided both interactivity and easier access to valuable information in different sections of the program. Essentially, for upcoming sprints, we do plan to enhance user experience by making it easier for users to visualize their choices and answers that they selected. Additionally, we are considering the inclusion of a retake option for the quiz or a post-quiz feature directly on the website to further enrich user interaction. So they could continue to keep taking the quiz instead of having to keep on clicking to go back to restart it.